Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome back. The weekly closing for Pepe is really amazing. It's heart, it's love. So this was the message posted on the private yesterday. We have the trade opened up for Pepe. I'm just going to show you very quickly here. This was, yeah, so Pepe here was at 990 entry with stop at 939. This was by mistake written as 339 right there, but I like it. I think Pepe is really going to start pushing anytime soon. Anytime soon. It could be today, actually, it could be tomorrow, but I'm going to tell you the maximum time in just a second. Now there's one more thing that on the daily I was looking at, and this looks very identical. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a circular path right here and drop it right just there like that, and drag this a little bit. Then I'm going to take another circular and I'm going to drag this again, and we're going to put it right down over here. So you can see that these two look very similar, right? So this move and that move currently that we have right now, so these are very identical. Even on the RSI, it was actually pretty low. If you just notice, the RSI was at nearly 39 in here, and down here it's at 28. So even better. Even at the current situation, it's more and more better. Now if history does repeat, and keep in mind, history is not 100% bound to repeat over and over again, but let's just say it does repeat, which is highly likely to happen because we're pretty much at the oversold level and very down and discounted at the moment. So chances are we're going to move up for a relief back to the upside. Then you're looking at something like this. Okay, so it was consolidating. We had the wick down, few days consolidation, creating a lot of doubt in people, and then suddenly you started to push up, and it only took 4 candles from 20 of April all the way to 23, or let's just say 24, to actually make a very small local bottom, and then you created an inverse head and shoulder where you had this left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and then you pushed up even higher. So if we do this again, right, we're looking for a pump from there to there, and you could actually be looking at 51%. Okay, so this was 51% move to the upside. Now let's go back to the current time and let's explore what the current situation really is. Very similar. Again, on the daily time frame, you made that wick to the downside, which is a dragonfly doji, and I told you before that the dragonfly was very important, and you kind of actually nailed it. You hold it, and now you're just moving sideways at the moment. Now sideways is not a bad thing, totally not a bad thing. As long as you're not dumping, I'm fine. I don't mind sideways movements. I just don't want dumps, because when market dumps and wicks down, then it can just take unnecessary stop losses or create even more uncomfort in traders. But anyways, let's get on the 4-hour time frame, and let me show you the main thing that I want to talk about right in today's update, and that is an ascending triangle is forming up a little bit. So candle by candle tells a story, and the story is pretty much this lower trend line. The lower support is very obvious. So you have the first touch, the second touch, and you got another third touch at the moment. Okay, so that is the lower support trend line right there. And secondly is that you almost have this upper resistance just like that. So when you combine these two, right, when you combine the two right there, it gives you a maximum time of 26 February. Exactly 8 days from now, we are going to see the next move. So within 8 days, you're going to have a squeeze. And if you do move down, you can actually move to the lowest part again of 804. So let's hope everything is okay. But since this is an ascending triangle, in most cases, it's actually a bullish pattern. It's almost as if you're saying inverse head and shoulders or a falling wedge. So ascending triangles 80-70% of the time are bullish. Now keep in mind, of course, you still have to wait for the break. Wherever the break is going to happen, that's where you're going to go. If it happens down, you're going to go down, and if it happens to the upside, and that's the best scenario, you're going to move up. And where are you going to move up? You are going to pump from the top to bottom here. The next technical target is going to be 1412, and at the current price, that's going to be 41%. And if you buy here after the break, that's still going to be 32%. Now, there's a reason why I showed you that identical pattern on the daily time frame. Why did I show you that? Because if you're going to pump 42% from here, keep in mind that's exactly what was happening right over here as well. So you're likely to do something like this other than doing something like that, but at the end of the day, it's crypto, you never know. So wait for the break if you want to trade, but this is a good entry opportunity. And I say this is a good entry opportunity because your stop losses can be set earlier, right? So you have the luxury of setting your stop losses earlier. So if you enter now, maybe even down at this trend line again at 970, you can put your stop losses early at 910 or 930 as we did, right? And by the time you break up here, you can bring your stop losses back again and make your trade risk-free. So by the time you go down, which you have no business coming down here again, you're not going to lose any money. But if you kind of take after the break, that's up to you, man. It's just how your strategy is. But this is not as a banking system. Banking system suggests that you just pick a side, and you pick a side, and our side is the bullish side. Reason I've told you, it's oversold. We're the best support on the daily support line and on the daily support RSI as well, and we have an ascending triangle in which most cases it's bullish. So my take is to the upside in the next coming until 26th of February. However, the last call is going to be when the real break really happens, and you have to keep an eye, and if it happens down, you're failing retest, you kind of may want to adjust your strategy according to the breaks. So that's all for the video. I'm going to see you with the next one in the office.